Three, two, one.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's day 4 of my 1 week $50 grocery challenge. It's 6 a.m. I've been up all night. Road crews are fixing the road. They've been doing that for, I don't know, maybe a month now. But they tend to do that at night, so last night was in front of my house. So I'm up early making breakfast for Jay because Jay has training this morning really early. So here's my breakfast. So today I'm just making scrambled eggs with mushrooms and a side of air fried potatoes. And the flavor for today is onion powder and salt. Four eggs to make scrambled egg. Okay, so scrambled egg. I put a little bit of salt and pepper. So I'm just going to make a spot right here. I'm going to spray it with olive oil right there. Put the leftover mushrooms, and the mushrooms are done. I have no more mushrooms. This is all I have left. Just going to warm up the mushrooms, and that's going on my plate. So there's breakfast. I cut up a banana. We have 4 scrambled eggs, and we have potatoes in the air fryer with onion powder, and of course some mushroom mixed up with the scrambled eggs. And that's breakfast. Well, breakfast is done. That was a nice easy breakfast. Now it's still 8:30 in the morning, really early in the morning. I'm wide awake now. So I think I'll make some apple crumble using the reduced apples I got for $1. Let's try to make an apple crumble. Okay, so the apple's cored, peeled, and cut up. So they're cut up about this size here. And I'm going to be making 2 of them because it's my sister's birthday tomorrow. And on the 9th, it's my brother-in-law's. So I'm going to make 2 apple crisps, for one for us and one for them. So a little treat for them. So first off, we're going to start with the apples. So I'm going to sprinkle some cinnamon in there. Lots and lots of cinnamon. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of white flour. And I don't have sugar, but I have these packets of sugar. So I'm going to use one of them just for the apples. This is Granny Smith, but, you know, we'll do what we can. And this is not in the challenge, but I have some in the fridge. So I'm just putting a little bit just so it doesn't brown. You could do without, but I'm just going to do a little bit. Just so it doesn't brown. There we go. And we're just going to mix that up really good. Now I'm going to take some butter, put it on a napkin, just like that, a paper towel, then just put it all along this bowl here. So we're going to put the beautiful apples in there, just so it doesn't stick. Okay. that. And the same for this one. Just some on a paper towel, just so you don't get it on your fingers, because it's hard to get butter off your fingers, I find. So just so it doesn't stick to the bottom on the sides. And plus it gives it a little bit more flavor. Little extra flavor. Now on top of the apple crumble, I'm just going to pour a little bit of butter here. Just to sprinkle it a little bit. Get a little bit of a flavor. Makes it a little bit saucier. Just a little bit. Just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to add some more cinnamon. Just like that. There we go. Now for the topping. Now it might be a thin topping, but we're going to use the rest of this bag. I think there's about a cup and a half, I'd say. Use up the rest of that bag of the oatmeal. Now we have no oatmeal left. And I'm going to use some of this flour again. So 1, 2, 3 heaping tablespoons. Okay. And we're going to use up the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these sugar packets. And remember that oatmeal has sugar in it already as it is. It's already pre-mixed with the berries and everything else. So it's got extra flavor. Oh, a little bit of cinnamon. It's going to be a lot of cinnamon in this recipe, but you know what? It's tasty as fudge. Then mix it up. So I'm just going to mix that up real well. Make sure all that flour is incorporated with the oatmeal. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. And what else can I put in there? I'm just going to add this butter. I haven't made this since I had my own business. I used to make cakes and pastries from home. And it's been a while. It's been a while. So I'm just going based on memory and concocting, right? I think it needs a little bit more butter. So I'm going to melt some more butter. So I got half a cup of butter melted, plus the 2 tablespoons I had there. Thank God I had butter in this challenge because it's well needed. It is well needed. Okay, so I'm going to see if this is too much or not enough. I think it's just enough. And just move that around. It's going to be like a wet sand, I guess. And it's okay if there's clumps, because those clumps get nice and crispy and they're yummy because it's crumble, right? Just a little bit more in here. There. Do one more thing before I do this. Just a little hint of water, just a hint, maybe just like a tablespoon or a teaspoon. Yeah, teaspoon. Just to say there's some there. Oh, shit. Not a teaspoon, but there. Just a little bit, because there's still some dry spots there. I don't really like that. So a little bit more. So 1 and 2. Crump that up. Oh yeah, that should be enough. There's that spot right there that needs to be done. So, all right, so that, like you could see, it's wet, like wet sand. All right, we're gonna put that now on top of the apple. Okay, so I got the one done. Now for the other. kind of just crumble it. I think I got it a little too soft, so I'm just crumbling it into little pieces. Yeah, definitely too soft. Too much liquid, I guess. Too much water. But I didn't want it too dry, right? So it's going to be like little cookies on top, I guess. It's still going to be good, though. Come on, everything's good. All right, just had enough. Look at that. There we go, apple crumble it is. It took 60 minutes in my oven. Usually takes 40 minutes, but it took 60 minutes. At 350. Yum, yum. Taste test time. Jay's not here. Like I said, he has training today. So, I'm going to taste test this and see if it's any good. So, we're going to cut some of that up like that. I like it. It's not too sweet. Usually when I buy apple pie, it's really sweet. And this is Granny Smith apples. So it's got that little bit of a real apple flavor. It's tart. Tart, good. And it's like cookies on top. It's like oatmeal cookie on top. So good. I could really taste the cinnamon. I put lots of cinnamon and I could really taste the cinnamon. My sister and my brother-in-law will love this. They have theirs tomorrow. I'm going to bring it over. It's her birthday tomorrow morning. So I'm going to drop by there with a coffee and I'm going to bring her that for her birthday. And for his birthday as well, because his birthday is coming up on the 9th. So they could share it. You know, as you get older, you really don't know what to get each other. You know, you don't want knickknacks, you don't want clutter, so you don't want to buy things, right? You want to get somebody that always buys what they want. So, that being said, we love each other's baking. They both love eating baking. They both love desserts, so I figured, why not make him this? Be something great to enjoy with some ice cream. I'd better put that away because I'll eat the whole thing. That's for tonight. Time to cook up some pierogies. So I'm going to cook up half the bag and keep the rest of the bag for another recipe. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make pierogies. A lot of folks at home don't know how to make pierogies. A lot of them go to the restaurant and that's about the only time they eat it. So I'm going to show you how to do it. It's very simple. You just boil the water with some salt. Then you just throw them in. Be careful because you don't want to burn yourself. Okay. And then you just wait till they float. So that shouldn't take too long. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start another frying pan with some butter in there. And we're going to fry up some onions. So as you can see, it's starting to float. There's a couple there that's starting to float. So that means I could put in the butter. Well, the butter's there. But I'm going to put in the onion. And I'm noticing something about this butter I've never noticed before. I think they're selling us butter that's full of water. Because there is a lot of liquid in this butter. Okay? And it's a clear liquid. Like, I've never seen butter like this before. It's very runny. Yeah, butter melts and whatever. But no, it's just not just butter. And that's Gailey. Gailey butter. get that here in Ontario. I don't know if you can get it anywhere else. Oh, and my little container as well. Leftovers. Throw that in there. Get rid of that container. So that's 1 onion and a half. That big, huge onion we have there today. Just gonna mix that up real good. Okay, so they're starting to flow. As you can see those floaters? So we're gonna make a little thing in the corner there like that. Let's see, we'll get this guy here. Drain the water as much as possible. Throw it in. Any more floaters? There's a floater right there. It's like going fishing for pierogies. Pierogi fishing, pierogi fishing, yeah. See, they're almost all ready. They're all floating. Doesn't take long. Doesn't take long. So it's very, you gotta stick around and be ready. You gotta stick around the stove and be ready. That's for sure. Now, I learned to make pierogies when I worked in a pizza joint. I used to work at Golden Pizza here in Sudbury. Years ago when I was like 19, 20 years old. And that's how we used to make our pierogies. Now you can do until you're golden brown. I like them golden brown. But some people just like it when it's just half, still half mushy kind of thing. You could eat it like that as well. Some people actually bake them in the oven once they're boiled. That's good too. You could actually just eat it like this too. It's more like a dumpling, but that's okay. And that's it. Let's go do this. So don't put this on too high. Put it on medium heat. Just move it around a little bit so it doesn't stick. But you'll see the onions will go brown really quickly, fairly quickly. So try to move it around as best you can. Now you can put any flavoring you like. Some people put just salt and pepper. Some people don't put anything. You can put chili spice. You can put Mexican spices. Anything you like on there. Paprika, onion powder. Whatever you like. Whatever you like. I think I'll just put salt and pepper on mine. Just make it basic. And the pepper. Let me tell you, this challenge is going very well. For $50, I still have quite a bit of food left. I can make a lot of meals with what I have left. And I won't be starving this week. Neither will Jay. Mind you, we're not starving. I just do this because it saves me money. And it's a good way to show people that are on a budget or want to be on a budget for a week or two or whatever. What kind of meals they could make. Some people don't have the creativity. Some people just don't, they're stumped. So, gives you an idea what to do. So if I could help you get your creative juices going, and help you maybe decide to make one of my recipes and say, hey, that's a good idea. I'm going to make that for supper. I haven't thought of that. Or, hey, that's pretty easy. I could do that. Then great. My job is done. And that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to save you time, trying to save you money, trying to make life less complicated. I try to make it as simple as possible, as frugal as possible, as tasty as possible. Tasty! Like I said, you got to keep on moving because we don't want to burn the bottom. We don't want these suckers to stick together. See, they're starting to get brown, nice and golden. That's what I'm looking for. Bella, it smells good, eh? I could tell because you're wrapping yourself around my leg like a cat. She's right around my leg because she could smell it cooking. And she's like, oh, Mommy, I love you. I'm a doggy that wants food. But she can't have this. Onions aren't good for puppies. And you just had your supper or your lunch. She must think, wow, there's always food going on in this house. Must drive her nuts, eh? It's pretty good, though. She's always laying down and letting me do my thing. She gets underneath my feet, though. She likes to sleep right by my feet when I'm cooking, and it's like, ah. I often trip. I almost break my neck every time. Lunch is served. Natty's gourmet pierogies. So I made a dipping sauce because I didn't have any sour cream. So I used the mayonnaise. I put some dill and some of those chives I have in the windowsill, and I just mixed it up, and I have a nice dipping sauce for my pierogies. Taste test time! Welcome to Nat's Diner, where the pierogies are divine. Who needs to go to takeout or a restaurant when you can get a bag for like $1.49 and make your own? It's cheap to make and so easy and delicious. Like these, they could probably cost you $8 in a restaurant to eat 7 pierogies. I like the dipping sauce. I like mayonnaise. Everything mayonnaise. I don't eat pierogies very often, but when I do, I'm grateful. I'm really grateful. I make it happen. I'm really grateful when I get to eat these because I don't eat them very often. Not because they're pricey, just because, well, they're very high in carbs. Ooh, yeah, look at that. See, nice and brown. Oh, divine. Divine. Well, it's dinner time, and I'm keeping it simple. I'm just going to warm up the shepherd's pie from yesterday, the country shepherd's pie, and I'm just going to have that. Jay has the same thing. I cut his already and put it in his lunch, and he's off to work. So, that's dinner tonight. Leftovers. Well, guys, day 4 is done. Another great day, another fabulous day of recipes. I enjoyed the pierogies today. I enjoyed my breakfast. I enjoyed the apple crumble. I enjoyed my shepherd's pie. It was all good. All good. I'm full. I'm full. Totally satisfied. Totally satisfied. This budget has been a good budget this week. $50 so far has really stretched really far, and I still have lots to go. So come back tomorrow for day 5. Day 5. Be sure to join me then. I'll see you again tomorrow, guys. Bye for now.